my channel. Today I am bringing you a kind of different video for me. I have never done anything like this on my channel. This is a what's on my iPhone video, and I actually have the new iPhone 7, so I figured it would be appropriate to do this kind of video since this phone just came out I think like a month or two ago, or maybe a month, I'm not really exactly sure. I actually just got this phone because my other phone broke and I was eligible for an upgrade, so I was like, hey, why not? The 7's out, let me upgrade. Really don't think it's necessary for you to update unless you really just want like the newest phone out right now as far as the iPhones go. But I think that the 8 is gonna have a lot more cool things to it. I think right now the 7 is just, it's okay. It's just nice to have a new phone, but it's not anything amazing in my opinion. So anyway, let's get right into what's on my phone. Okie dokie. So when you first go into my phone, you're gonna see like my main 4 apps on the top of the screen. I'm a pretty organized person in general, so I like everything organized in either folders or just in my own way, but everything is pretty organized on my phone. So the first app that I have here is Instagram, and obviously you guys know this app. I mean, I'm pretty sure you know this app. Everybody pretty much has an Instagram now, so this is my Instagram. This is what my feed is looking like right now. If you guys want me to do how I edit my Instagram photos or anything about like my theme or anything like that kind of video, I will be happy to do that for you guys. Just let me know down below. But this is my Instagram. My Instagram handle is I'm Chelsea H, so if you want to follow me, please feel free to do so. I just like to upload a lot more like fashion-y things on my Instagram, and then obviously here's just my feed, but I don't really use Instagram story that much. What I use instead is Snapchat. So as far as my Snapchat goes, this is my Snapchat. This is my little name for my Snapchat, Chelseabella. If you guys want to check it out, this is my story. So if you click it right here on the top, it just shows you guys like what I'm up to here. Just, you know, little things. I like to ask you guys a lot of the times like about videos. Oh, are you interested in this, or do you want to see that, or tell me what you guys want to see. So follow me on Snapchat and feel free to just, you know, interact with me, because I ask you guys a lot of questions on there and I feel like it's an easy platform to do so. I actually I don't even have the Twitter app downloaded because I'm so inactive on Twitter, but I'm gonna try to be more active now that I'm doing YouTube full time, so I will be downloading that probably once this video is done. But on to the next thing. So the next thing is obviously YouTube. I need my YouTube app. My YouTube app is awesome because I get to check like all my videos easily and just see like how my views are going and everything. The main thing I like to do on here is either edit a video if I miss something and I'm like out, and I could just be like, oh, I spelled this wrong, or you know, I forgot to add this name, so I can do that quickly on the app. And then also I get to reply to you guys. So I mean, I replied to everybody on this video, I'm pretty sure, but here I would just like press like the reply button and I can easily reply to you guys. So discard that. I don't think it's showing the video because I'm using another app right now. But anyway, that's my YouTube app. I'm always checking up on my stuff on there. After that is my Bank of America. So I have Bank of America and I'm constantly checking to make sure my money is in order. There's no fraudulent charges or nothing crazy is going on. So I like to keep that one right up on there. And then the rest of the apps on this screen are kind of, you know, they're self-explanatory. You guys have seen these. If you have an iPhone especially, they're just the main apps for the iPhone, your camera. I have a Gmail account, so that's why I have that little app up there. Just, it's easy for me to get right into my email, answer emails on the go, since with us like YouTubers, we're always getting emails and getting brands contacting us and events and stuff. So I love having that right on the front there too, so I can just respond quickly if I have to. I prefer to respond on my laptop, but if I have no choice, then I will respond on my phone. And then after that, I have my maps. I get lost for everything, so I actually have 2 kind of like GPS things on my phone. You guys will see the other one on my next page. My clock, I just use that for like an alarm in the morning. That's my only alarm. I don't actually have it set right now except for these 2 alarms because I'm not working right now, so my body gets up normally in the morning around 8 o'clock, so I don't really need an alarm right now. But if I do, I just pop it in there. The weather app, my notes, I actually use a lot. Since this is a new phone, I don't have much to show you guys actually. What was I doing here? Oh, so we're going to Boston in a couple weeks, and I was just writing down a couple things that I want to check out while I'm there. I won't really pull too much of that up because it probably spelled a million things wrong. You guys are going to judge me for it. But I usually have my notes folder filled with like a bunch of things. One of the things I like to use my notes folder for is to add all my hashtags for my Instagram posts, and then that way all I have to do is copy the like one note into my Instagram post instead of every time I post something on Instagram doing hashtag one, hashtag fashion, hashtag whatever. So I like to do that, but I have to update that because since this phone is brand new and I wasn't able to transfer everything onto this phone because my phone broke, I don't have any of that. But that's why that's one of the main reasons I use the notes little thing there. After that I have my calendar, which I really don't use. I use my, that's one thing I like to write down on my planner. So I don't really use the calendar, but if I need to know like really quickly, oh, what am I doing on, on Friday, like what date is that or something, I'll pull it up. But I really don't use it that much. The App Store I obviously use to download apps, my settings, and my calculator. My calculator is on this page because I can't do math for nothing in the whole world, like for anything. I suck at math, so I'm always using the calculator on my phone. Okay, so the next page is just some extra stuff that I like to use that I didn't want to put on the first page. The first page is like my main stuff, and then I don't have any other pages after this because I like my phone to be, again, organized and everything to be compact and nicely just displayed. So I have this one folder that's just like all the extra crap that comes on the iPhone that I just don't use really, so I just throw it in there. And then after that I have my pictures and videos folder. So instead of leaving this all out, I just like to put them in one confined space. That way I can just find them, edit my pictures easily and all that. So as far as editing my Instagram pictures, again, I can go into detail with you guys when I do that video or if I do that video for you guys, but I use Facetune a lot to add detail, to like make something look a little bit more detailed. So if I open a random folder, let's just do that. This is a picture, oh no, this is not the one I put on Instagram. This is just a random one that I had taken, but if I wanted to make certain details pop in a photo, I would run the details, kind of button over it and make things pop a little more. If you guys can see, that's before, that's after. Obviously I did it excessively to show you guys, but that is one thing. Those are the main two things I use that app for. And then after that I have UNUM. So UNUM, I don't know if it's UNUM or how you're supposed to say it, but this is basically how I grid out my photos and just plan out certain Instagram posts. I like a very cohesive kind of theme. I can go into detail showing you guys like how I plan out the video and everything like that if you guys want to see that video, like I said. So yeah, I'll close this one up and let's go on to the next thing on my phone. I have to keep looking up now because my video keeps stopping. The next thing I have here is Snapseed. So Snapseed I use to bring out saturation white areas in a photo. The main thing I use this app for basically is the selective tool. And it gives you 3 options. So it gives you a brightness option, a contrast option, and a saturation option. And the reason I like this is because you can literally put it into one spot, bring it out if you want, and brighten just that one area of the photo. So it depends on the photo obviously, but yeah, I really like it for those 3 options that they give, and that I can concentrate it into one section if I want and just make it look the way I want basically. So that's the other app I use. And then Afterlight I really don't use anymore, but it's just like an old app that I had used forever ago, so I just kind of keep it on my phone. Just was making sure I don't have lipstick in my teeth. And yeah, I don't really use it much anymore, but it has some filters in there that you can use if you want, some different ones. And it has like a cropping tool, brightness, contrast, but I use a lot of the time just the main tools on my iPhone, so, or in the Instagram kind of editor. Once you are about to upload your picture to Instagram, I use that a lot too. So the next one is Playmemories. That is a little app that goes with my Sony a5100, and that just shows or connects to my Sony a5100, and those photos that I take on that camera can go right to my phone via Bluetooth with that app. So I feel like I just mumbled my words all over the place trying to explain that, but that's basically what it is. It just takes the photos from that camera, puts it on my phone, and that way it's super easy. I don't have to connect any wires or anything like that. So I do love that. And the last one is a random app that I'm actually using right now to do this video. So it's called AirShou, I believe, and it is to show you guys my phone on the screen right now. Next on my phone is the shopping little section, the little folder. I have 4 stores here: Asos, Forever 21, Amazon, Zara, eBay, and Sephora. Did I say 4 or 6 stores? I hope I said 6 stores. A little jumbled in the brain right now, but yeah, 6 stores. And the main ones that I use on this app are Amazon and eBay. It's just really easy to go on my phone and shop on those little sites. But I also use Asos, Forever 21, Zara, and obviously Sephora. I like to scroll through and check things out on Sephora also. So I love all those shopping apps. And then the rest are not in folders, so I'll go over those quickly. Pinterest, if you guys aren't following me on Pinterest, I am on there. I'm not super active anymore, but I do pop on here and there. That is my Pinterest, Chelsea Hernandez, super easy to search. And I have a bunch of boards. I have beauty, my wedding like if it's happening, but you know, one day, hopefully, any day. Office decor, kitchen inspo. This is my fall and winter fashion little board that I made that I really like. Just love looking through it sometimes. It just makes me happy. I know I'm a cornball, but I love that stuff. So yeah, you can follow me on Pinterest if you want. Next, I have Facebook, which is my personal Facebook, so nothing really for you guys. Just I like to keep up with some friends and family and some people from high school. Next, I have PayPal. PayPal is what I use when I'm doing sponsorships with videos, or even sometimes makeup jobs and stuff. If they have a PayPal account and want to PayPal me, then that is fine with me, and then I can just transfer the money right to my bank account. So PayPal is secure. I like it also when I'm shopping online because I don't feel like my credit card is gonna get hacked or as easily. I feel like anything can get hacked these days, but I do like PayPal a lot. And then Venmo is another money app, and that's just basically when somebody's trying to send you money directly without doing it in a PayPal way. I don't know why people just don't do it through PayPal, but I guess not everybody has a PayPal, and a lot more people have Venmo. So I just have both. Venmo, just, you know, you can send money back and forth, and then the same concept. The money goes into your Venmo, but then you can just transfer it right to your bank account. So I like that one. The rest of these are kind of boring. Sprint is my phone, so I just use that to pay my Sprint bill. Pandora, I use to listen to music, obviously, mostly in the car. I like to connect it to my car. And I have like, I think 100 stations on my Pandora. The last thing I was listening to was Chris Brown Radio, which I listen to a lot. I love him. Great, I'm gonna get like copyrighted for this, so can I take this off really quick? Hold on. So I have like 100 different stations. I like to listen to a lot of different music, so that's all the stations I have going on here. A lot of it is hip hop, R&B, and then the rest of it is like just random stuff. It could be anything from like pop, 90s pop, like Backstreet Boys, to like Spanish music. So after that I have my Optimum, which is another just thing that I have to pay a bill, but I can actually go on my Optimum app sometimes and just record a show that I want to watch when I'm not home. So I use that sometimes. Nick mainly uses that, but for the most part I use it just to pay our bill. After that is Waze, or Wazy. I don't know which way you're supposed to say it, but Waze is the way I say it, and it's another app to get you from point A to point B, GPS. Like, I have no sense of direction, so I'm always using any app I can to get anywhere. So Waze is a good one. It gives you like alerts if there's a cop around or if there's traffic. That one's really good, so I like that one. And then Uber. Uber I use all the time. I use it if I'm going into the city. Most of the time when I'm going to the city for an event, or going out with friends and I don't want to drink or drive or something like that. But Uber's just, I'm so happy Uber is something, because it's so convenient and they just get to your door quickly. You get where you have to go, and you don't have to worry about driving and tolls and parking and all that stuff. So yeah, I use Uber a lot. Okay, so we have 3 left and then we are done, because I don't want this video to be a million years long and bore you guys. So I have the Infatuation app, and if you guys aren't familiar with the Infatuation on Instagram, he or she, I don't even know who it is or what they look like, but they're a food blogger, and I'm a big foodie. I love food, so I downloaded their app because you can just see like a bunch of different places they've gone and they rate them, and anywhere I'm like want to try, I can just check out. So I just, you know, hop on there sometimes when I want to go into the city, mostly because I don't think they even have one for New Jersey, but I like to try different places in the city, so I really like that app. I've tried a couple places from there so far. Next I have Yelp. Yelp is another food kind of app. I just like to check there if I'm Googling a restaurant basically from around, I use Yelp mostly for around here. So I'll Google a restaurant and then I'll put it on Yelp and see like the reviews and all that. So I use Yelp mostly when I'm in Jersey. And the last app that I have on my phone is my AirBnB app. So me and Nick, like I said before, are going to Boston in a couple of weeks, and I wanted to download that app just so it's easier to communicate with different people that I'm interested in booking their place. So I'm talking to somebody right now and waiting for him to get back to me. Download the app. It's just easy. It's just easier than having to do it through Safari. So yeah, that's really it. Super kind of boring and basic, I think, but I know people are like, you know, we're like nosy. Like our instincts are like to be nosy. That's why I never got the what's in my bag video, but it's just because we're so, people, like I said, we just like being nosy and seeing what people are into and seeing what's in people's bags and on people's phones, and it's so like crazy and almost creepy to think about, but it's true. We want to know. So, and sometimes it's helpful. You never know, if I set an app maybe that you didn't know about and it can help somebody. So yeah, I guess that is the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this what's on my iPhone 7 video. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I upload 3 times a week, so if you want to see more of me, subscribe and you will. I think that's all I have to say. Check the down bar, the description bar, for any extra things like my lip color, my shirt, my my social media handles, or anything, my earrings. Like, I'm gonna have everything linked down below for you guys, so don't worry. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. So today I'm actually getting ready with all the products that I've been really loving and genuinely using every single time. This is like my kind of go-to look also. It's just very simple, but I just change out the lip. Like sometimes it'll be a mauve, sometimes it'll be this kind of, you know, vampire color now that it's fall, or sometimes it'll just be chapstick. It really just depends. Sometimes I'll do lashes and sometimes I won't, but today is more of an event kind of thing, so that's why I have these lashes on. But these are my go-to lashes. I have my go-to foundation on, just everything that's basically I've been loving. So I feel like it's a cool little twist on my, you know, usual get ready with me style video.